Well, good morning, everybody, wherever you are, wherever you are watching us. I'm Wole Akimbasote, and today we are doing Ondo State Summit. And Major Television has a bunch of presenters to present to you what we're going to be doing today. Today marks a turning point in West Africa's economic landscape as Ondo State, Nigeria proudly hosts the 2022 Investment Summit, a premier global forum where vision meets opportunity with the theme, The New Order, Forging a Pathway to Prosperity. The summit brings together heads of state, global investors, captains of industries, development partners, and innovators to unlock transformative partnership and investments in Ondo State. Strategically positioned between Abuja and Lagos and boasting rich natural resources from agriculture and blue economy, prospect to solid minerals and emerging industrial hubs, Ondo State is charting a bold new economic future. Here, the focus is clear: build competitive industry, generate jobs, and expand wealth for citizens and investors alike. As thought leaders, government officials, and international delegates convene at the International Conference and Cultural Center, the Dome in Akure, the world watches Ondo State rise, ready to transform ambition into action and opportunity into prosperity. As we move on today from Major Television, we welcome you to watch as the programs unfold. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you as we move on. Thank you. Okay, my brother, how are you? This is Wole Akimbasote from Major Television Network. Can you tell us exactly your name and why are we here today?
My name is Engineer Akure, Director General, Performance and Project Implementation Monitoring Unit of the Government. I'm also a member of the committee, organizing committee. We are here today to showcase Ondo State to investors. We are looking for partners. Ondo is blessed in various ways. By geography, it's blessed. It has intelligent, productive population, people who are willing to work honestly and diligently. We have got cocoa, the finest in the world. We have got oil and gas. We've got minerals, bitumen deposits second to none in Africa, and so many other opportunities that we are trying to showcase to the entire world to come and see. Ondo is peaceful. We prioritize security over time, and Ondo is about the most stable state in the southwest region. So we do hope that after this meeting, a lot of people are going to think differently about Ondo State. That's all we are doing. And the Governor Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa has put a lot in place to ensure that Ondo is friendly for investment, and it will enable capital.
So in other words, you are telling the whole world that Ondo State is ready for business?
Sure, that's it.
If Ondo State is ready for business, so what's your message for people who are coming from overseas to come and invest in Ondo State?
The message is the essence of any business is profitability. Ondo State is well incubated and fired up to ensure that people obtain value for their money in Ondo State.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you, and I hope, like you said, that Ondo State is ready for business. When I went outside, I see a lot of stores with some products that is there. So
that's right.
I think there should be more exposure, there should be more marketing, there's more communication, connect between the people and those industries so that they can know what we have here in Ondo State.
That's why Ondo has a vehicle, Ondo State Investment Organization, ONDIPA. It's actually a tailored organization with that single purpose of interfacing with investors globally. And since that was given birth to sometime in 2017, it has won many laurels because a lot of companies that weren't here before that time, they are here today. You can see the Ondo, the Ore Corridor, the Ondo Lean, with all manner of investments flourishing. We have the methanol plant ready now for commissioning. We have wood processing facility up there. We have gas processing facility also coming on for commissioning. So much is happening on that frontier, and we believe if this continues, it won't take so long before Ondo State.
I'm Wole Akingbasote from Manjo Television Network. So can you tell us the importance of this investment, especially to the people in diaspora, and how do you tell them to come home and invest in Nigeria, especially in Ondo State?
Well, that's why we're here. There's so much that the diaspora can do in Ondo State. And I recall that Ondo was part of the Diaspora Investment Summit in Abuja, I think 2-3 years ago, and they marketed the deep sea port, and thereafter the deep sea port became a reality, and we had a lot of investors show interest. So Ondo is a state that has a lot of tourism, investment potentials, and the diaspora are looking for places to invest where the ease of doing business, is easy. And I keep saying that when you're coming to invest, you're not coming to Abuja as such, you're coming to the states. So number one, Ondo should tap into the enormous resources of Ondo indigenous in the diaspora, and there are a lot of them. And Ondo is one of the states that has a commissioner for regional integration and diaspora relations. So that is one. Two, beyond even Ondo indigenous in the diaspora, open up your state to the diaspora. They should be your first line of investors, and I'm glad Ondo is doing that. Like I said, we've been working with them. Ondo cocoa, Ondo chocolate is one of the best in the world. When they invested when they showed it off at the Diaspora Summit in Abuja, everybody loved it. So when they're exporting that, I hope they are. So there's so much. Housing in Ondo is fantastic. Agriculture, real estate. So there's so much Ondo can do with tourism, with investment, by attracting diaspora. So when they come home, there's no reason why they can't come here, see what is on ground. You have a ministry, a commissioner, a full ministry for diaspora and inter-regional government. So that's a major step forward, and a lot more. So I'm glad to be here to support this summit and to also join Ondo State in telling our diaspora that, you know what, Ondo is a good place to invest in.
Why, madam, I know that
one of the things in Ondo is the security.
Wow.
Then it's easy to also fly in here. So those are things investors are looking at.
As your capacity as the chairman of diaspora in Nigeria, ma'am, I know that diaspora has contributed towards the development of Nigeria. And what are you doing on the national level to ensure that the people in diaspora actually contribute like they have been doing before?
Well, that's why the President Bola Tinubu administration is very diaspora friendly. First and foremost, the economy is stabilizing. A lot of things are happening in you remember a few years back, before the president came in, we had a dual exchange rate. Not anymore. We have a single exchange rate now. The economy is stabilizing. It's going to grow at almost over 4.6%. That's the projection. And the diaspora are remitting even much more, $600 million a month. But beyond remittances, the diaspora are investing. And that's why we have the Diaspora Investment Summit. They are investing in health, agriculture, education, the food business. There have been a lot of hospitals in Nigeria, and so the Tinubu administration has had friendly policies that is attractive not just to the diaspora but to investors, and the diaspora are not left out of it. So we are hoping for a diaspora direct investment. So we keep encouraging them that beyond investing here, it is home. It's a place you also want to, invest in and make your returns on your money. So at the national level, we'll continue to project that. We have the Diaspora Investment Summit annually, where the diaspora come back. What are the challenges? We look at them. Which agencies, which ministries do you want to link up with? We'll work that with them. And this year, we're going to do a global diaspora summit in Canada.
Wow.
And when I say global, I mean really global. All of it is coming together. August 13, 14 in Toronto. So look out for that. Okay. Look out for that.
So please tell the viewers your name again, man. Please tell the viewers.
Abike, Dabira, Erewa. I'm the chairman of Nigeria's Diaspora Commission.
Thank you so much. It's been a great day today at the Ondo State Summit in a International Dome Center, and I'm so glad and I'm so proud coming from Idonre Kingdom. And you can imagine the chocolate. The chocolate is from John Vance Groups, and they are so proud to have a store here today. And you can imagine how wonderful this is. And as a son of that that kingdom. I'm so proud that this is a product that comes from my own area. So we have John Vets, they are nourishing Africa and the world, and they are here today on the investment summit in Ondo State. I have with me the person who is in charge of the factory in Idori, and I was so glad to meet the Oga. So please, can you tell us your name and exactly why you here, and what do you want the world to know about this product?
Okay, I'm Dr. Omotomilola Omotosho, the acting business head for John Vents FMCG. We are here today as John Vents Group. FMCG is one of the John Vents Group, and we are here with a lot of goodies, a lot of nutritious products for the world, from Ondo State to the world. Let me start with the chocolate bars.
Okay.
We have the dark chocolate bars, 70% cocoa. You can't beat that.
Okay.
We have the milk chocolate bars. We have micro 3-in-1.
How many percentage is the milk one?
The milk chocolate has 45% milk.
45, okay.
Yeah, and this has 70% cocoa.
Okay.
You can't beat the texture, the quality, the kind of product that is coming out from us. It's not just nutritious, it's also tasty.
Okay.
If you look at our micro 3-in-1, is the affordable brand for us in the company.
Okay.
And as Nigerians, as Africans, and to the world, we encourage people to eat affordably while also taking good nutrition for their family.
Okay.
John Vents 3-in-1 is the premium. John Vents chocolate 3-in-1 drink is not just a powdered chocolate powder.
Okay.
It's also nutrition at its best.
Wow.
It's one shot, just a sachet for a glass, and it's not just in sachet. We have it in cans, 450-gram cans for reuse if it's a big family or you want to have it in home. But this is good for out of home, on the go, in home, for school children, hostel children, portion control. This is there. Apart from affordability, the great nutrition is top notch. Another one we have is the cocoa powder. We have cocoa powder as John Vents cocoa powder. Yes, JV pure cocoa powder. And we have our other brand, Oluji, you know, we call it Oluji pure cocoa powder.
Oluji pure cocoa powder.
Yes, it belongs to John Vents Group also. So Oluji pure cocoa powder and JV pure cocoa powder are nature at its best.
Wow.
I don't know how much aware we are when it comes to use of cocoa powder, proudly from Ondo State to the world. When we say cocoa powder, we want to manage weight. You are diabetic, you are not sleeping well. For men performance, it contains high level of antioxidants. It's quite a lot, and we are doing a lot of education and awareness about this. So this is about eating healthy. It's about having your food as your drug instead of making drug your food.
Okay, one question for you. Can you tell us the level of sugar? Because you are mentioning diabetic or people. So is it, how many percentage of sugar?
0% sugar, 0% additive. Sugar-free, naturally produced, pure cocoa powder.
Wow. Okay, so I can see that you said that you operate in some African countries. You operate in Nigeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Tanzania,
Dubai,
Uganda,
Canada,
Malawi, South Africa, and Mozambique.
Yes, please.
Do you have a marketing outlet in Ondo State where people can go and buy your products?
Yes, not just marketing outlet. You can start from Ojaja Modern Trade. Yes, the superstore there, you can have our products there. In fact, all the supermarkets we have in Ondo State, we are present there. Anywhere you see good products, nutritious products, we are present there. And when you go to the main market, Ojaba market, any market in Ondo State, in Nigeria, we are there. Any market where you get provisions, we are there. So we are not just a local player, we are also an international player. So when we talk about these products being in the market, so not just for Ondo State, you go to Lagos, any state of Nigeria, we are present, we are there. So if you need the product, ask your provision seller or superstore operator that you want the John Vents chocolate powder or you want the micro 3-in-1 powder or John Vents chocolate bars. Oluji pure cocoa powder, and we also have JV pure cocoa powder. Ask them, they'll bring it out.
So in our prior conversation, you mentioned that this is being manufactured from Idori Owo. Now you mentioned Oluji, so are you telling me that you have 3 production centers in Ondo State, Owo, Oluji, and Idori?
Okay, so to clarify that, Oluji brand, Oluji pure cocoa powder, was started up at our factory at Oluji.
Okay.
But currently we are producing it at the new factory. Okay. So it's not just about production location.
Where's the new factory?
Now this is a brand, Idonre. So this is a brand.
Okay.
So it's not Oluji, it's Oluji pure cocoa powder.
Okay, so it's made at Idonre now.
It's Oluji pure cocoa powder, okay. And this is JV pure cocoa powder. Okay. The factory of this one is at Idonre. All these I'm holding, the factories are at Idonre.
Where's the one from Owo?
Yes. So when we are talking about Owo, as an FMCG group that we are, okay. We have Fontis bottled water produced at Owo.
Oh, wow.
We have Noble Eagle soya oil. It's pure soya oil. You can't get it better elsewhere. Okay. Because we can talk about bean to keg. Okay. We process this from our soya bean. We have a refinery. Okay. So we can talk about food safety. The supply chain is controlled at best value and money you can buy it. Okay.
So in other words, coming to this summit now, you are telling the whole world that Ondo State is ready for business, and you produce this one right here in Ondo State.
We produce even more than this. Okay. We have our cashew nuts. Okay. It's not here. We have our animal feed, Noble Eagle animal feed. Okay. We have our Noble Eagle cashew nuts. Okay. We have our Noble Eagle seasoning cubes. Okay. We have our Noble Eagle seasoning powder. Okay. We have John Vance seasoning cubes. Okay. We have John Vance seasoning powder.
I think I have enough of it.
Yes.
Well, viewers at home, I have with me, please. Can you tell the viewers your name again so that people don't forget who is talking about
Dr. Tomi Omotosho. Omotomilola Omotosho is my name. My doctorate is in public health, and I can tell you about the nutritious benefits of all these products when it comes to your health. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and
nice meeting
one
you
day
too.
I will come to the factory and have a taste.
We look forward. No, you can actually have the test from here today. We are going to be serving people. Okay. There is wet sampling. Okay. We are supporting Ondo State Government.
I got a breakfast already, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Grab a cup of tea.
And I hope Ondo State will take something from today, that Ondo State is ready for business.
We are ready for business. We are ready for value. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. It's been Wole Akiba from Majo Television. We're going to be going from store to store to let the people know that Ondo State is ready for business. Thank you.
It's also very easy for us. I greet you, our royal fathers. Your Excellency, thank you for convening this summit. The theme, the new Ondo, forging the pathway to prosperity, is very timely and necessary. For too long, across Africa, we have exported what we grow and imported what we consume. We export cocoa, we import chocolate. We export soya bean, we import refined oil. We export potential, we import value. This model does not build resilient economies. Rather, it creates dependencies. At John Vance, we have strategically invested in Ondo State by bringing back moribund factories. Our first investment in Ondo State was Scoop Cocoa Factory in Akure. We resuscitated an 18,000 metric ton cocoa processing capacity factory where we process cocoa into butter, cake for export. Today, thank you. Today, we have invested in 10 plants in Ondo State. The first one is the Akure plant. We also resuscitated the premium cocoa products factory in Ileoluji, where we also process cocoa into butter, cake, and the popular Oluji cocoa powder. Interestingly, to our mommy diaspora, well, I think I have the governor's permission to reassure you that you go back with very, very, very high value chocolate bars, because we today run a very big chocolate processing factory in Idonre, the old Sunshine Chocolate Factory. So today you go back with John Vance chocolate. Our remaining factories are sited in Ondo State. We have 7 factories. We process soya bean into soya oil and soya meal. We process palm kernel into oil. We have an animal feed mill. We also have a seasoning line. We also process breakfast cereal, a forward integration into cocoa-based products. So we don't just want to have butter and cake. We also process powder into 3-in-1. Well, if you like cocoa drinks, you can enjoy some of our beverage just at the back of this hall. While Lagos is known as the economic hub, I will choose to be sarcastic by saying, please remain in Lagos. Don't come to Ondo State, so that people like us that were in Ondo State will continue to enjoy, the merry in Ondo State. But then, if you look at our investment in Ondo State, you will see that we have demonstrated that industrialization is viable in Ondo State. Now imagine multiple processing and manufacturing clusters if you bring your money here. Maybe we need to start blowing our trumpets in Ondo State, because when it comes to foreign direct investment, joint venture alone in this state has attracted from IFC, World Bank, British International Investment, Afrexim, over 200 million foreign direct investment into Ondo State. We are thankful for all of the over 3,000 staff that are working with us in this state. And Mr. Governor, on behalf of them all, I wish you a happy 1-year anniversary. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless Ondo State. Thank you very much.
Distinguished students, we are so happy that you are here today.
Thank you.
It shows that Ondo State is ready for business. Can you tell us why? Because I know you are industrialist, you are a financial expert. So seeing you here today is very symbolic. So what's your message to the people who are doubting that Ondo State cannot be industrialized?
Well, it's possible and it's doable. So I'm here to represent the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Wow.
Number 3 citizen. He have written his address. I will read, and I will also provide foundation for it. But Ondo State is an incredible state, and Nigeria look forward to Ondo State to champion developmental roles and economic prosperity. And I think we have the resources, and we are blessed with it. Thank you.
For anybody viewing or doubting, I'm speaking with Senator Ibrahim. He represents Nigeria even on the international level. Sir, what can you tell the people who are coming to invest in Nigeria, especially in Ondo State, about what's happening here today?
Possibility, and it's doable, and I think government is also accommodating. So I think they have the data, the numbers are there. So you have over 5 million people here. That's a lot for any business to try out. Even some country like Sao Tome don't even have 100,000 people. So obviously it's a moment of grace, and I think the possibility should be exploited by the people.
Sir, before I leave, I know that you represent the Senate President.
Yes.
And on behalf of Ondo State, because we know that you are one of the nominees for the ambassador, we pray that they will place you in where you can be more functional because of your experience, and we pray for everything successful so that you can bring everything back home.
Thank you
so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, we do that. Whatever the president posts me to is okay. So it's a president's discretion, and I'm satisfied with everything.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, sir. Please tell the whole via your name again. I don't want to say by myself.
My name is Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, representing Ondo South, the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here to represent number 3 citizen of Nigeria, Senator Goswill Akpabio, the Senate President.
You don't have any problem about development, about investment. Investors come here to develop. You are signing billions of dollar contracts, right, from a moment ago. Because don't look at the fact that 75%, 35%, 5 is 2.5%. No. Look at the money value that is created by that signature. That's a lot. And you can't be complaining about the system. And panel 2 talked about the fact that you need to invest more on technology and build expanded network to make sure that communication becomes easy. Again, he talked to security, because how much can the army communicate with their base and make sure that reports are being filed very quickly about insecurity abuse. These are very, very important. So we're going to have way of the lecture for today. We talk about strategy, we talk about system, and we talk about structure. This must be built for a new Ondo State. No matter how much you work as a governor, if you work, you can work and die. It doesn't matter. If you don't have a structure, we won't measure any structure that you are leaving behind. If you don't have a system, we simply say, he was a very good governor, but he didn't have a system. So the system must be there. Fourth one is share value. And I will talk less about that. Our traditional rulers are here. They are esteemed people that create value creation. But all of this investment talk is about value creation. Governor Ayedatiwa wanted to add value to the economy of Ondo State. So when I sat beside him there, he starts gesticulating even within himself about how much employment he will generate from seaports, he will generate from agriculture, signatures and all that. And I was laughing at myself that this guy is even having it talking to his body system. But these are share value. People will go unemployed if the share value remains what it is. And there is need to improve on the share value. There is need for love among all ourselves. Ondo State is Ondo State. It can only be Ondo State. It will never be Ogun State. It will never be Lagos State. It will only be Ondo State in the uniqueness way by which it was created. And there is need for us to extend our value creation, to love ourselves, to understand that this whole idea is for a moment. It will come to an end one day, and what can be said of you in terms of share value. There is need for us to emphasize that over and over again. Your Excellency, you are involving yourself and dreaming very largely a mega project. But mega projects are converging complexities anywhere in the world. Very difficult to distill and bring them to practical time to ensure that these projects are delivered on time, on schedule, and to cost. How do you deliver mega project to a cost when inflation moves from 7 to 10% or 17%? It is not as what you have a volatile problem. Even the world economy, global economic outlook is sluggish. At the growth of 4.5%, Nigeria growing at 4.9%. In fact, we are overgrowing by about 0.4%. But it doesn't translate to real practical issues when it comes to value creation. So I think that's the fourth one. Don't mind me if I rush too much. Maybe I have a secret agenda of return to Godako on time, on cost, and to schedule. The fifth one will be skilled. And I must ask the simple question. How much are we ready to develop the skill? All these interesting things, the first and second panel were very, very, very brilliant in their submission. Excellent piece of advice. But what about the skill, the staff that will implement this? I sent a text from Mr. President some time ago, and I said, sir, 54 trillion budget to be implemented. We have less than 5 people with MSc in public finance in the public service. You know, in those states, I don't know, the Commissioner of Finance probably have left. Will probably be answered the question, how many people have MSc in public finance? You can't spend 500 billion naira with 500 billion without knowledge of public finance. It's public money. So also at federal level, you can't spend 48 trillion naira without 10% of people behind it having the knowledge of public finance. I think we have deficit, Your Excellency, when it comes to the issue of skill. And I think I will urge you, within the period that you are here, for as long as you are here, you should take a lot of interest in developing the skill of the public service. I want to say, I'm not too sure, but let me guess. The people that put this event together, who are the team member of your workforce, I don't think they are necessarily civil servants in Ondo State on the faces I saw. But they are citizens of Ondo State. They are from here. You brought them, fantastic. So the people here, if you go, some of them have personal likeness for you. They might tell you that they don't want to work with anybody coming next. So what happened to that skill? Gone. But the original classic civil servants that are structurally formed that are here need that training. And there is need for you to invest heavily in training. In fact, 25% of your budget must go into training. Nobody can compromise that. I always tell my boss, the Senate President, all the time, that if you don't train the senators, then you will not make any history. And today, we allow training to happen. You must train them. Our judges must be trained and be retrained. We must pay heavily to faculties in Oxford, in Harvard, in Cambridge, to train them. It's very important. We can compromise that. So skill development is very important. You know, we need to train them. I know the funding is not there, but Your Excellency, if you want this thing to succeed, somebody must act on it. I sat down with you there, and I felt for you when you were saying that. You are saying to yourself, you are not even saying, talking to me, neither were you talking to your wife. You were just saying to yourself alone. I was hearing you. And I think your ADC was hearing at the back. You said, if this seaport can move to Nigeria, you see, people will shift, workers will shift. You are saying that to yourself alone. Can you imagine that? That means you already born to this thing inside of your blood veins. You know, but I think you will be helped greatly if the civil servants are trained to make sure that they know what exactly that they need to know. The way you are going with the speed, I really think that you are thinking of 24 hours work. If care is not taken, then you might have to put a very good structure on the civil servant. Before I conclude, let me give you one or two advice that I can put at my own level, having been at the top level of, when I said $25,000, you are laughing. Didn't this lecture worth $25,000 or more than that? Yeah, you know this governor, I don't want to say this because of the fear of the SSS. What can the SSS do? I'm a member of the Security Council of the Senate. You know the governor is very stingy, not even a Coca-Cola or coffee break for any of us. This is the first summit I will ever attend in my life that we don't have a coffee break and there's no lunch and if that is surprising to you, don't be surprised. It's a G. It's we have been here for 5 hours, Your Excellency. We haven't had a bottle of Coke. Anyway, the governor had defended himself. He said it's fasting time, so he assumed that all of us are fasting, including our Baba, the traditional rulers. Having said this, let me now go straight to conclusion because of time. The President of the Senate loves Ondo State, and he has told me there's anything you want to bring that can help development, please do. We at the Senate will give you full-fledged support. We brought a bill before the Senate on the Bitumen Act, Enactment Act. It has been passed by the Senate, has been passed by House of Rep. It's on the President table. Mr. Governor, I'm sure you will see the President tomorrow. Remind him, I will see him on Thursday, I will remind him. So that I just sign off the bill. $87 billion bitumen located in Ondo State, seated, unexploited. $87 billion. That is more than the oil and gas. This state is the determinant, economic determinant, variable one of Nigeria development, whether you like it or not. I'm happy that you were able to sign the MOU. Sometime I had a conversation with the governor and he was telling me he was excited about the fact that he was in China and he visited a similar seaport that was about 37 kilometers into the sea. Yeah, and he went there and he was telling me his experience, and I told him that's a big mega project. This, our own, requires less than 2 kilometers into the sea. And you know what Dumere means in Lagos? I don't know whether my brother who gave the first lecture had left. If you import petrol and you don't clear within 4 days, for every day it stays there, your cargo is there, you pay $10,000. So you can be there for 45 days, that is $4.5 million. That money comes to your state from one person. There are thousands of cargo, offloading rights in the air, in the sea there. So there is a lot to be done when it comes to developing our state. I do know that the Senate President told me that he will be ready to support any other bill that you think is important towards your dream of the sea, of the seaports, as well as most other things that we're talking about. So we are quite much ready to give support. Should you decide, Mr. Governor, my president asked me to tell you of the Senate, to do any road on behalf of the federal government, feel free to get your money back. The Senate, the 10th Senate will give you absolute support to make sure you have your money back. See, at the Senate, I moved the motion that was accepted and passed that the road construction from Ondo to Ore on concrete cement should extend from Ore to Ibakoda. And interestingly, my governor already awarded Okutukwa to Ibakoda, and I saw the work ongoing there. He will collect his money back based on that transmitted document. And when he has that money back, he can invest the money to another road in another, because maybe at the end of the day they might go to, I don't know, you better form your strategy name on time before they call you Mr. Road in Ondo State. That I think is the stigma that I see in the crystal boards that may be named after you. Instead of people calling you Governor Ayedatiwa, they must simply call you Mr. Road, and that is not enough. What about the seaport is not captured, and many other things that you are doing that will not be captured. So don't become Mr. Road suddenly. Please become everything on a robust strategy. I will end this afternoon by thanking the governor for inviting the Senate President to be here. Anything I say here is not from the mouth of Jimoh Ibrahim. It's from the mouth of God's will. Or what? If you want to sue him directly, don't sue me. And I want to say, before I go, that I do know that few of your citizens have been appointed as ambassador designate. One of them is His Excellency Babaiji, is seated there. Be assured. Be rest assured, Mr. Governor, whatever country we are being posted to, Ondo State will be the first paramount thing in our minds. Be assured, Mr. Governor, we will not neglect you, we will stand by you, and whenever you have time to visit us in anywhere we are posted, you will be given that fantastic welcoming rooms. I will personally pick you up at the airport, and beyond that, I will ensure that you visit all the investors, because another name that can come after you now is Mr. Investment. So I want to thank everybody that have time to come, from my very good Papa, Maduka, who have been able to come. Your name remain legendary in the business world. We were there together before I migrated small to politics. I'll come back to you very shortly. I will continue to do what we know best. KBSCs, I must thank you very much. But let me make this clarification before I leave. I never said that the Senate should not give you constitutional power. Let me say that clearly. I never said that. What I said at the Senate is that Senate should not give you a specific role in the Constitution. Why did I say so? Now you are KBSCs, you are the hegemonic leader of our legacies. If the Constitution to give you a role, it will either give you a legislative role, executive, or judiciary. Look at this one. Governor Ayedatiwa is head of executive. He cannot perform the work of the judiciary, which Baba CJ is doing. Neither will he perform the speaker's job. So Constitution cannot give him all the role. So what I have said is that the Constitution should not limit you to one specific role. So if you say the Constitution says they give you executive power, it means you cannot put people to become chiefs, and you cannot settle disputes, you cannot allocate land. What I said, and I still stand by it at this time, to the period of my grave, is that the Constitution should give you financial power of 5% of all revenue deriving from the Federal Republic of Nigeria to help improve your domain. And my last advice to Governor Ayedatiwa, be ready for more criticism. Don't be ready for praises. What do you need praises for? Can you be praised beyond the church? Why are you bothering yourself? A few occasions I've told you to your phone, and I told you, Egbo, what's your business about that? People will criticize you. They will over criticize you. Your work will speak for itself. APC is the party, and we are brought here. It's our party, it's your party. Just be fair to everybody. Try, because of Christianity that I find in you as a pastor, be fair to everybody. As long as your conscience says you are fair, do whatever you want to do with power. Power is not meant for idiots. You know, I'm a first-timer senator, isn't it? But when I say point of order in the Senate, Mr. Senate President, point of order now. And what does our rule says? Everything in the Senate must be stopped while the point of order must be listened to. If I don't have any order to bring my point of order, I say order 1B. And you better allow me so that I can have your peace. Because PhD war is not a joke. Congratulations, Mr. Governor. The wife of the governor, our own jewel of inestimable value, Ayedatiwa. I commend you. Thank you, Mom, for doing a very good job. Thank you for staying all this long. We are very grateful for a woman to produce a governor. Is he a joke? I want to thank you, Mom. Thank you very much. We are very grateful. You know, I don't put a comment on people. This is my first time of activity in government house. I don't know when I will have another one. Maybe when the boy is 4 years or whatever year I want to spend there. But I must thank you. I must appreciate you. Thank you. Member of cabinet from the deputy governor, I must thank you. Continue to support your governor. If Jimoh preside your governor, don't worry. Just continue. My criticism cannot disturb his own job. It is only him that can disturb himself if you listen to a extraneous voice. Don't forget the Bible says, are you not Esau? I know you before your mother was born, when you were inside the womb of your mother. Esau, I know you. God was telling Esau, I know you. You can't do anything good in your life. You're just a very terrible person. I know you before you were born. So some people are like that. But if you check this state of God, they will still criticize you. They will call you all names. But it is because you are important that you are working that people call you names. So continue. And I pray that our good Lord will deliver the states. This state will move on the high pedestal and things will be fine. And our traditional ruler will enjoy this very... Congratulations, traditional rulers. Our father, Baba, Akure, at least you got a car. Yes. Ayedatiwa didn't do anything, that's good. But at least you got a car. The last you got of church was when Mimiko was there. And when I saw the cabbages coming to my house and they are building their brand new cars, I looked very well. The way they even put their day in front of their car is amazing. Baba, you really know how to enjoy it, honestly speaking. And I know the governor will do more. I trust the governor was deputy governor before. He knows where the true pitches for traditional ruler. And I urge you, God, do more for them. The world will not come down. They are your father. Help them. This is the opportunity you have. Give them as well you can give them. Money will come. And money will continue to come. Our judges, thank you very much. My lords, we thank you so much. Thank you for extreme, cooperation with the governor and with the government by resolving the last episode. Mr. CJ, thank you, sir. Particularly with the women commissioner and the magistrate. Thank you so much. Continue. This is the only profession we have. I'm about 40-year-old in that profession. So I'm not a small boy in that profession. And I must commend you. But the state needs your support in order to put the law into what it is. So that investors in this world will come to bring their money because they are sure of your judgment, that you'll be fair. The prophecy of what the court will do is not pretentious. It's what I mean by law. Law Justice Solem, 1778. Good afternoon.
Let me quickly acknowledge the most important personality that has been with us even before we arrived here today. Because while we were sleeping, he was awake, watching over us. That is the Almighty God. To him alone we give all the glory. Today is not just another event on our calendar. Even though we're gathered here to celebrate our first year anniversary as an elected governor, the 7th elected governor of Ondo State, sworn in on the 24th day of February 2025. It's about 1 year anniversary. Celebrated on the 3rd of February, our 30 years of creation as an entity. All of this put together, it's a bold decision and a dear clear commitment to repositioning Ondo State for sustainable prosperity, because this time is a defining moment for us. This event, that is the summit, marks a defining moment in the economic evolution of Ondo State. We are gathered here with the clarity of purpose, deep seaport, unlimited access to other countries of the world, because there is no boundary when you are at the coastline. You can access anywhere in the world from there, through the sea. And also the fertilizer and petrochemical plant that will be built in the southern senatorial district of Ondo State. For decades, many subnational economies across our country have. Beyond today's conversations, let me assure you, we will be tracking the outcomes of every engagement, investment discussions, and decisions from this very summit. At the next investment summit, we have taken a decision alongside with members of my cabinet. I think we need to do this on a yearly basis. And the next one will be in 2027, even though we've not fixed the date. But we are now the date early enough so that people can begin to plan. And we also can plan better than what we're having right now. So that the next investment summit, we will present measurable results, highlight implemented projects, and showcase the real economic impact generated from commitments made here today. Those MOU will not just be on paper. We will turn this on, we will break ground. And by next year, we'll be able to give feedback of how far we have gone. The film village that Ramotola spoke about, we will look at it, how far have we been able to put something on ground? And all the other beautiful, laudable ideas that have been mentioned in the course of this summit. We are transitioning deliberately and strategically from a consumption-driven economy to not a ceremony. It is not just a conversation. It is a commitment that has been signed, sealed, and will be delivered. Under these administrations, our ease agenda, even though distinguished Senator Sen.Jimoh Ibrahim, not so conversant with what is happening here, talked as if we don't have a structure. He only knew about the New Hope agenda of the president, because he is at the Senate, at the national level. Here they say what we call our ease. That is our policy thrust, where the O stand for order, security, and rule of law. The U stand of urban renewal and development, and so on and so forth. It's our policy thrust. We have focused on one clear objective with all of these 7 points agenda, all synchronizing into one clear objective, and that is creating an enabling environment where, in transparency, we are accelerating approvals. We are removing all the bottlenecks, all the bureaucratic processes, and that is why we have UNDIPA. which is the investment vehicle or wing of the government, so that a lot of processes can be simplified for ease of doing business. This is because investors do not go where there is potential alone. Investors go to where there is potential alone. Investors go to where there is structure, certainty, and political will. And Ondo State offers all the three. We have structures. There is certainty here. And we have the political will to drive whatever business we want to do. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, KBCs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our valued investors, Ondo State is not asking for opportunity. We are presenting opportunity to all of you. To all of you. Peradventure you don't know before now. We possess one of the longest natural coastlines in Nigeria, approximately 75 kilometers with direct access to Atlantic Ocean. I mean to also mention, even though it's been mentioned by some other speakers earlier on, and from the short video clip that you watched about Ondo State, the largest, second largest bitumen deposit in the world, next to Canada. Rich agricultural assets, including our cocoa that John Vent and Co. has turned into converted into real wealth. Oil palm is here. That is the new revolution in agri right now. We have allocated thousands of hectares to those who have invested in plantation of palm produce. The JB farms of this world, the Sao Agro Services, the Rex Forestry, and all of them. We also have rubber plantation here. In fact, one of the most thriving business in Araromiogu, owned by the state and some other private investors. And we also have timber. Right now, Rex Forestry is planting trees, and they have the biggest plywood factory right now that's supposed to be commissioned yesterday, but for one of time, it will be commissioned sometime this week. We have significant deposit of limestone, granite, kaolin, and other commercially viable solid minerals. Let me also mention this about kaolin. We have good deposit at Okeluse. Sample has been taken to the laboratory, and the result fantastic. And there's a gentleman who is doing the fertilizer and petrochemical company who is also thinking about setting up cement factory in that location, because that is the raw material that is needed for cement production. Exploration of oil and gas in the larger local government area of Ondo State. All of these part of the resources that God has deposited in Ondo State. We are just presenting that opportunity to you so that you can begin to invest. We are strategically connected as a state geographically to at least 7 neighboring states. That means you can access different states from this location. And like Abike said, Honorable Abike mentioned, we also have a strong and committed diaspora community. Our people are scattered all over the world. And they are not just scattered, but they are doing very, very well. In fact, we have one of the best doctors in the world. The one, he's from Ondo State here. The one who brought out the fetus, perform operation and return it back to the womb. Brilliant people.
Foremost among our catalytic initiative is the proposed Ondo Deep Seaport under a public-private partnership concession framework with a natural draft of between 16.5 and 18 meters and direct access to the Atlantic. The port is designed to accommodate large commercial vessels, positioning Ondo State as a major maritime gateway. Let me just mention here that I visited China about this time last year, immediately after my election, before the inauguration, with my team. And we visited this particular company that we just signed an MOU with. They run the busiest port in the whole world, Shandong Port in China. And they also have a deep sea port. In their own case, to get the kind of draft that we have naturally here, they have to construct 32 kilometers of road, 4 lanes on each side, into the sea, to be able to get the draft that can take large vessels, the type that, we are expecting to bathe in our own seaport. For us, we are just going to construct 2 kilometers into the sea to access 18-meter draft. And when we mentioned this to them, they said, that is small fry. Come and visit us. We drove to cover 32 kilometers bridge to get to the airport. Ours is just 2 kilometers. Adjacent to this transformative infrastructure is the Sunshine Industrial City, designated as a free trade zone on 2,771 hectares. I just received a letter from the Federal Minister of Finance that Ondo State has been chosen as a state where the ministry is going to partner with the state to build diaspora city. Yes. In fact, the Honorable Minister of State for Finance is supposed to be here today, but for some other engagement in Abuja. We discussed about this already. They mean it. They have the money. We just have to provide the land. So they're asking us to provide landed area where that will be built. Diaspora city. That we have a lot of facility, hospitals, schools, entertainment, and all of that. Together, they form an integrated port-linked industrial ecosystem encompassing manufacturing, maritime services, petrochemical processing, agro-industrial facilities, and logistics platforms with direct export access. That is what the port will give to us and the free trade zone. This convergence of geography, policy support, tax incentives, and institutional backing presents a frontier opportunity grounded in sound fundamentals. For those of you who are bankers, you can check the fundamentals. Thank God the MD of First Bank is here, and the DMD of Fidelity Bank. The fundamentals are very strong concerning Ondo State. Do your background check. Sunbed Global, they are a young man that is thriving so well, and John Vent, he made a passing that he doesn't want all of you to come to Ondo State so that they can keep on expanding and enjoying, the benefit. But they alone cannot. You are limited to a great extent. Can you do the seaports? If you can, you're supposed to have him, talk to us by now. What of the bitumen is still there, untapped? The cowling has been there at Okeluse for cement factory. So the opportunities abound. They are there. So we need investors to come to Ondo State. The fundamentals are sound. They are very strong. Return on investment is huge. In energy and industrial development, our proximity to the Niger Delta energy belt provides compelling fundamentals for gas-based industries
embedded generation solutions, and independent power projects tailored to industrial clusters. From here, for those who are in oil and gas, is because certain infrastructures have not been provided before now, which we are going to build. It is closer to jet out from here to Agbami, the platform, rather than going to Warri or Port Harcourt. Very closer to Agbami from here. Those who are in oil and gas, they know this. So we are providing all of this so that Ondo State can really be that destination. As the global energy transition reshapes production models, Ondo State is positioning itself as a reliable hub for distributed and transition economy energy solutions. More importantly, our vibrant young population, run into millions, strong, energetic, innovative, and increasingly skilled. We are intensifying human capital development through entrepreneurship and innovation programs and expanding support for micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises and our young entrepreneurs. The man, Dr. Sumi Francis, is the one in charge of Ondo State Entrepreneurship Agency, ONDIA, where we train young ones with various skills and also equip them. And we do organize some kind of competition among them where the best 10 in their line of products are being sponsored to travel abroad for exposure. And that is still running. It is this investment in our people that transforms resources into prosperity. We are not here to merely showcase resources, even though we showcase them, providing opportunity for those who will engage. We are here to move from potential to production, from conversation to capital deployment, from memoranda to measurable outcomes. This is why this summit includes sector-focused investment sessions and a direct investors roundtable with my office, my economic team, and advisors, where investors will have the opportunity to present their proposals and decisions will not linger in bureaucracy. If you have it right now, we'll dot it and sign it. We are committed to clarity, we are committed to speed, and we are committed to results. Now, to our brothers and sisters in diaspora, this is for you. You have sustained families, communities, and economies through remittances. Now, I invite you to go beyond remittance. I invite you to come to become strategic partners in industrial development of our state. Direct diaspora investment will be one of the pillars of our long-term growth strategy. We will join federal government in building that diaspora city. Beyond your capital, we want your expertise too. You've learned some things in the other nations. Knowledge transfer is important. We don't know it all here. That is why you had the opportunity of going outside the country to develop nations so that you can bring some of those knowledge back home to also train our people. We want also your global networks. And we are ready to provide a framework that protects and multiplies your investment. We do understand that sustainable development is private sector driven and government enabled. Our role is to provide infrastructure which we are providing regulatory clarity which is transparent enough, security which we are doing. Ondo State has been adjudged to be one of the safest states in Nigeria, with our homegrown Amotekun Corps collaborating with other security agencies in providing a stable society, a secure state for all our residents and visitors, and also policy stability. Your role is to bring innovation. We are to provide the environment that is enabled. Bring innovation, bring capital, and bring global competitiveness. Together, we build industries. Together, we create jobs. And together, we will secure prosperity. As I highlighted earlier on, this investment summit will not be a one-off event. It will be institutionalized as an annual platform for global engagement. At the investment summit, we will first review the outcomes of the previous editions, demonstrating tracked investments, executed projects, and real testimonials from smart investors who seized the opportunity presented here today. Just as John Vent and Sunberg Global Concept, we also have a lot of them that we're not able to invite here to be part of these. The Dumia Gold that is drilling already in Ipele in Owo. The Rex Forestry, an arm, a subsidiary of Mobile, NIPCO PLC, and other chains of businesses they have. They are also doing a major work in the agri-sector. All of these are those who will start today. We'll listen to their testimonials too in our next edition. Let it be known today, on this very first anniversary of our administration, that I stand before you and declare to the world, Ondo State is open. Like never before, we are open for business. We are open for industry. We are open for innovation. And we are open for global partnership. Ondo State is rising, and together we shall witness its transformation. You and I, and those coming behind. For at the end of our own journey here, in this administration will be bequeathing for those that will be coming behind a solid foundation and a grown economy that they also can begin to build upon. Thank you for listening. God bless Ondo State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.